This is Lee Snow at Everything Microstock, and we're going to have a look at what you can do with the Spot Healing Brush tool in Photoshop. In this photo, there are a couple of dark spots in the sky that I want to get rid of, and also a wire that goes across here. We're going to remove that as well. I'm going to get started by making a copy of the background layer, and I'll do that by using the shortcut Command J on my Mac or Control J on the PC, and I'll rename that layer Spot Healing. And then I'm going to come over to the left-hand toolbar and select the Spot Healing brush, and it looks like a band-aid. It's the top item here. You could also get to it with the shortcut letter J. So now that I've got the Spot Healing tool, let's look at some of our options up here in the options bar. Here's where you can set your size and hardness of the brush, and I'm going to go ahead and set my size to around 60, I think, and I'll leave the hardness at 50%, and I'll leave the spacing and other information as it is. Then over here you can select a type, whether you want to use proximity match or a texture or content aware. I'm going to go ahead and use proximity match and leave it to sample all layers. Now before I move on, I'm going to increase the size of my image to 100%, which is really important because that's the size that the Microstock inspector, who's going to be reviewing your image, will be inspecting with, and we want to make sure that we leave no trace of the edits we make. So I'll get to 100% by using the shortcut Command or Control 1. And then I'll press down on my space bar to temporarily get the hand tool, and this allows me to drag the image up to the first thing I want to heal, which is the spot right up here. I'm going to put my brush right over this, and it looks like it's around the right size. I just want to be slightly larger than the area I want to heal because Photoshop will use the area right around it to blend and remove the item. I'm going to press my mouse key and I'll hold it a second so that you can see this dark gray mask that Photoshop shows to indicate the area that will be healed. And when I let go, it's gone. It's that simple, just a quick click. So I'll press the space bar again and drag us up to that other spot. And I think I'm going to increase the size of my brush a little bit for this one, and I'll do this by pressing the right bracket key just one time, I think. And I click there, and that's good. Maybe another click here to totally get rid of it. Now I want to take care of this wire, and for this, if you've got CS5, you want to select the content aware type up here, because this is where the magic of Photoshop CS5 and later comes in. I'm going to make the size of my brush smaller, so it's just a little wider than the wire. I'll press the left bracket a few times, and this looks good to me. And as with all brush type tools, you can create a straight line by clicking your mouse key, holding down the Shift key, and then moving your mouse and clicking again. Now I'm just holding down the mouse key to show you that it is a straight line, and that gray area is where the healing will take place. So when I let go, that wire is gone, which is great. So I'm going to drag again by holding down the space bar, and I'm going to click here at the end, press down the Shift key, click way up here, and let's see. Yeah, it's removed beautifully. It didn't bring in any of the roof either, which is great because I think if you use proximity match, you might find that it brings in a bit of the roof and you have to do a little more cleanup. Content aware is amazing. Okay, I'll do a little stroke here, and now I've got a straight line again, so I'll click here, hold the Shift key, click up here for the straight line again, and one more time. Click here, then go to the edge and click. Now this left a little bit of a dark area here on the edge, so I'll do a quick heal. Great. Now I'll press Command or Control -sign to bring the size back down so we can see how we did. Here's the before with the spots and the wire, and here is after with those removed. So you could see that the spot healing brush tool can be a great option for some of the quick cleanup that you may need to do with your Microstock images.